No More Heroes, Travis Strikes Back. So, No More Heroes is kind of known for its parodies of other video games. However, this game, as a spin-off from the main series, seems to be a total parody within itself. Its nods and fourth wall breaks are almost constant, but don't break the sense of immersion, but really add to the comical sense of Suda51's wild world. I have to say, the writing in this game has got to be the funniest than any of the other games in the series. Travis is back with his new co-op partner, Badman, who is Badgirl's father, and along with a slew of other characters, even from within Suda's own universe, you will see a lot of returning faces and unexpected guests. This game is really more of a love letter to gaming and gamers in general, rather than an actual video game, in a weird way. The initial start of the story is that Badman wants revenge for his daughter, Badgirl's assassination by Travis, and instead they end up having to team up against stronger foes together. And apparently, when all the death balls are gathered together, it can grant one wish, which they are planning to use to reincarnate Badgirl. Suffice to say, things don't exactly go as planned, and the twists in the story are more funny than they are tragic. In between the two modes of the game, one part being Travis Strikes Back, which is actually a text-based story part of the game, and as you progress through the game and read each story, it unlocks a new level, and the second part, which is the Death Drive Mark II, a video game machine where apparently if you die in the game, you die in real life. This eventually ties into a more complex CIA conspiracy of video games being used to take over and destroy the US government, but I'll let you play the game to find out more about that. In the game, there's an array of t-shirts you can buy to customize for both Travis and Badman. I don't exactly understand how licensing works because a lot of these t-shirts are from extremely popular, well-known video games, including Zelda to even obscure games like Undertale, and other indie references as well. Suda is obviously a huge gamer, and this game is a game for game makers and game players. The combat itself is pretty rudimentary and simple. It's a basic brawler. As you run through the level, you have a button for light attack, heavy attack, jump, and roll, as well as a power glove, which allows 4 additional special moves to be used during battle and recharge slowly. The levels are usually isometric or side-scroller, and the game does get fairly difficult as it goes on. However, when this game was first reviewed by professional outlets, they gave it brutal scores under 5, and that's somewhat understandable. As the first playthrough, you're going to be bombarded with strangeness and weirdness. If Suda51 is not your cup of tea, then that subjective trip is not going to make it up. For the repetitive, somewhat shallow gameplay, linear level design, and blaring level music, which I found to be honestly headache-inducing, except for the third level. If I were to read off the number of parodies that this game pulls off, I would be here for almost an hour. Everything from shooters to text-based adventures, gamer culture, otaku culture, and the development of No More Heroes 3, this game feels like you're talking to the personification of internet gaming culture. My opinion of this game is that going through the first game can be rather tedious and somewhat painful due to the load of cutscenes and text and dialogue, but actually replaying the levels and leveling up is quite fun once it's streamlined and you aren't bombarded by constant dialogue and character introductions. Also, it is a ton of fun to play with a friend. Its co-op is seamless and fun, and honestly, I kind of miss this kind of style of gameplay. It reminds me honestly of LEGO Star Wars, where you can just drop in and immediately start playing. It's a bizarre world and a bizarre game, but it's hilarious and a hell of a lot of fun. At the end of the day, I wouldn't say it's as good as a mainline No More Heroes title, but it's something just as unique and as memorable. If you're a Suda fan, I definitely check this out.